What's up, gang? What's the deal? How's everybody doing? Looks like we're just pushing, right? Market has been rallying up here.
Yeah, man. Caught me a little bad earlier.
You're out already?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was earlier. That was a little bit. I was close to 8 o'clock. So been a little distracted on the phone. Had a couple calls come in, so now I'm ready to lock back in. Hopefully not too late.
Yeah, I don't. Not looking forward to these sell limits here, gang. So I'm hold off. Nice level above us. There's wicks that can come up all the way up here. We'll wait for this to create some structure so we could get some buys on the way up.
Exactly.
I'd want the pancake to play out here, but not for us to take it, for us to pull back. We create a support and then bounce up. Yeah, this 45.90 here is a 15-minute level, but you have the 30 and the 1 hour at 45.85, and you have the 4 hour and a 15 here at 45.76. So got some discrepancies in terms of levels. Mike very low. I was just a little bit further away from it. Should get better here.
Yeah, I gotta give him a minute to get his stuff together. He ain't got us up on screen good yet.
You respond to me on the. Oh, I didn't see you send another message. I gotta respond to you. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. Spent the last few hours trying to get a bot working. It's gonna help you guys with the guesses. Might see a reaction here. Okay, so here's the deal. When we come up here, we're going to see a bounce down. It's either going to come from 45.75 or from 45.85 over here. That I'm not sure about. But as we come down, I will have buy limits here at 45.56 dot 45.56 dot 6. 45.56 dot 5. I'm not too sure of the sell limit area here and where we're going to top out, but if we top out somewhere here right now, I'm very confident in this 45.56 area. So yeah, that's what we'll do. I like the buys more than the sells.
Oh, for sure.
Even here right now, I think you're going to see a quick pump up here for about 50, 60 pips. 70 pips. I think it's just going to be one quick move right now. Could have taken advantage of that. There's just no stop moment. Zoom door. Oh, a lot of you. Gotcha. A lot of you. Last 15 of the hourly here. I like how we opened up with a top hook here. Nine p.m. we'll have a bearish move. I'm predicting it. Okay. I hope so. When the market does this shit, I sometimes wonder if you can just hit buy and make money most of the time. That's what the prop firms are afraid of. That's why all these margin increases on gold, that's why all these interruptions in trading gold, that's what they're afraid of. It just gets too easy to just click buy and let it rock. Gonna be here for the vibes, unless price pulls back, create structure for another entry. Well, yeah. That's how it always is. Yeah, we're just here to watch unless the market creates structure. Get these closures above here in 10 minutes and we'll have some buy limits. Just click that payout button with something really different, man. I really cried saying, no, man, really. You finally got it. The 2 days, man. That's a W. Congrats, bro. Very proud of you. Very happy for you. W. Big
Congrats.
fucking.
Congrats.
W.
Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
Word.
That's what's up. Takes on Daniel. Hey, y'all, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. You better get it in. So go ahead and get that out the way, so we can get this bag.
Grab the bundle while you're at it. We already up 450 pips for the week.
You see? Get the bundle. Like, share, subscribe, please, for real. Jay ain't went nowhere. This is late hours for Jay, so he's not always on Asian session. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that. It's pretty late over where he at. Jay might be trying to make another baby. Yeah, we can smoke, fam. That's what we do here. All right, the lights is going up. Come on, let's get it.
JB getting his Marvin Gaye on.
Jay making babies. I went to the doctor. I said, no more babies for me. Let's make this happen.
Oh yeah. Unauthorized. Authorized. 4 minutes here. Jay Begin is Marvin Gaye on. That's funny. Three minutes here. 3 minutes for the next 1 hour candle. It's on how we open up. We open up here with a top wick. I don't even. I'd rather open up with a bottom wick here.
I was about to say, don't even say that. That don't even sound right.
The thing is, we open up with a top wick. I was gonna say we're gonna be able to create that resistance a bit faster, but then again, we might as well just
Yeah,
raise buy limits.
Yeah, let's keep that thought going.
Let's see. I mean, let's see what it does here. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes for that closure, for that opening. The Venice.
What's that
Also-
butter?
Butter. You gonna have to wait for the giveaway, bro. I'm gonna do the giveaway. Every fucking comment on the next giveaway is gonna be butter.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
If every fucking comment on the next reel is butter, I understand. Okay.
That's funny. Good one. I forgot about that.
It's funny because Kenny didn't even hear when Wix was saying that Kenny won. And then whenever he said somebody say something, he runs it and then boom. I was just like, bro, there's no way.
It's one thing I learned. Timing is everything. No, we didn't take a trade at 45.56 yet. We didn't get back down there yet.
I've been in since 45.71.9.
Oh, you took a buy?
Mm-hmm.
I like in here. Top wick first. That's tough. Yo, where? Oh, didn't appear here for a second.
Yeah, I took partials at 45.26, and then I just left the runner.
We got in at 44.76.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say, wait a minute,
yeah, he's
man.
sitting in a drawdown.
Nah, 44.72.5.
44,
45.72. Yeah, 45.72 would have been tough over there.
Yeah, my bad.
You'd be 50 pips in drawdown right now. I'd be like, yo, all right, not bad. I mean, you should still get there. I don't know why you got ahead of it. He's been riding this up.
Nice.
Yeah, can't do much now on this candle. I'm gonna need this 15 to close. This 15 is gonna have to close. And a lot depends on how it closes. Oh shit. Oh, hold on a second.
That's that. I left something on the stove. Oh, it tapped it though. Sure did. 55, 56.
I realized. I just realized I left my joint lit outside and it's burning for no reason.
Oh fuck.
But I walked out, this shit wasn't burning. Yeah, I'm not interested in a position here off that level until we get a closure, but we really needed a bottom wick first. Look at that reaction. That level, just almost perfect, but I'm a bit scared of it after that top wick is made. I really have not liked having Q prints at all. Disrespectful. We might see it break the previous 1 hour low at 45.40 here before moving up. That's a possibility based on these levels here to the left. So I could see us holding, right, the 4 hour, obviously holding the 2 hour, but breaking the 4 hour, the previous 1 hour low, right? That flips the 2 hour bearish. That would make sense at this point right here to kind of hold a resistance. Right, previous support turn into a resistance, kind of makes sense here. 2 hours. So yeah, we see this flipping. Well, I mean, breaking the previous hourly low, but I believe it will come up eventually. I think we need to get here to 45.85 levels.
That's funny. I was just looking at the 45, 44 level. If it came down there and bounced off, I was thinking the same thing.
It would have been 150 pips right. Let's wait for a pullback. Yeah, I mean, but that might be the next 4-hour candle then. Realize that. Just like yesterday, we saw the volume for that come in yesterday a bit later in the session. We're in a bit of a chop. Last time we were here, we chopped around in this area. So you really want like that first or second drive through here. Once we pull back, that's what you want to come back up. Really don't want to bounce up, down. Oh, and then start looking for positions there again. But the market just did what we wanted. So it's going to get a bit tough to take a position off this area again. I think it's going to create a new support here. Might be a bit higher. We'll see what happens here. And depends how long it takes to establish this level here and to come back down here. Yeah, all we needed was to open up with that bottom wick. We would have been in there. Fortunately, we opened up with a top wick, so trade ignored. To the last hour of this 4-hour. Okay, let's see what it does. Trust me. Go ahead. Night might be GG's. Well, I would say this. If it's going to create structure somewhere this evening, it should be within here. Right? So I would expect to bounce here, then come back here to fill the range to back up there. We want to be in right here. We wanted to be in on that wick. Unfortunately, we made a top wick first, came down, so we didn't want to be a part of that. We knew top wick should be made before any kind of move down, so we were going to bank on the fact that if we move down first, we can be part of making that top wick. And if it drives, it drives, great. If it doesn't, and it makes that move down after making a top wick, we would have secured. But now that we're pulling up to this area, I feel like a resistance can be established, and we can pull back down here and then retest the highs that we're going to make. It's going to take some time to set up, but if there was a time and a range to do it, it would be now in this range. Now, I mean now and over the course of the next few hours. As you're going to need some more candles to print here to close here.
You know you did it.
What?
You know you did it. You came out and said, well, if we wick up first, and then I said, oh, see, you messed up. See, that's what happened.
Here's the deal. I spoke it into existence again.
I told you.
I've been speaking things into existence lately. Just like I say randomly, not thinking about it, and then just happens.
I told you. I said, see, there you go. You're doing it. And there we are.
The funny thing is, yo, we pulled. Remember, we were pulling Pokemon cards. We had like 2 boxes left. We pulled the $2,000 card on the very next pack after the stream ended. And my daughter was like, are we really going to wait for next stream, or I just open these? I really want to open them. I was like, yeah, but you're going to open the next pack. I know how this goes. You're going to open this next pack. It's going to be our biggest pull. And we're not even going to get to stream. And she's like, no, we're just going to open it. Like, we'll see. The very next pack she opens is a fucking $2,000 card. I'm like, fuck, that was the pull of the entire fucking set. And all we needed was just that next pack. We could have pulled it on stream and been excited. Would have been a good moment. Crazy pull. Just bought 6K cards LOL after you were talking to Don about it like last week while he was holding the 2-day trade. Yeah. Should have taped it back up. What are you doing, Benjamin? No, don't lick me. I'm not even in a licking mood, bro. And I know you're just licking me for the salt. You don't even like me. When I passed out, he didn't move a muscle. Just chilling in the other room, fucking knocked out under a table. Man, I wish we could all go out for a joint right now. Go outside together. Take a 5-minute break. Let's all go out. Joint. My girl passed out today. She bust her eyebrow. Was at the ER all morning. I would have been calling her like, yo, baby. You know, I'm not even going to say that. Not a good time. Too close. The enemy too close. I'm about to have some incoming. You should have called your girl and been like, look, I want a divorce. Can't have none of this eyebrow shit going on. Can't have all that issues in my life right now. Market has been so good lately. Hoping it'll last long, even in June, July, because December, January, February, December was good. You look like female Harry Potter. Yo, my daughter got the same thing. She's got a scar going right across her forehead. 5 stitches. You can see the scar and the stitches like really well. But it kind of suits her. It really suits her. Pretty cool. Oh, we got 200 today. Right. 2/3 of Leonidas' army has shown up. We don't even get 3 Yahoos. We only get 2. Go. When the other third shows up, we'll get the other. My friend asked me to buy her cocoa butter. Supposedly it makes the scar go away. No? That bitch ashy.
Cocoa butter helps.
Can someone take away Wix's soundboard, please?
How about no?
What does this take away language, sir, very much? No, thank you, please, very much. GJ.
How about no?
He's on the wrong string.
Nah. The setup guy. That's the setup guy. Oh, these fucking candles move. Anyone win the account from the real? No. I said I was setting up the bot so you, a bunch of people that got really close cannot guess again because I haven't accepted their request. So I'm working on a bot, which is gonna welcome you guys in. It all started here for me by say just got what? It all started here for me by say just got my MFF pin. After this DJ. Yes, 100% boogie. Wait, Daniel, I'm confused. I guess it all started here. W. That's the gist of what he's saying. It all started here. He's 3 champagne bottles in. That motherfucking payout halfway gone. Nine minutes here on the 30. I'm not going anywhere tonight, so I used to come here just to troll. Yeah, W. Those just came in on silver on the 2 minute. Closure above 4565. Yeah, not how I'm looking. I don't see 6.5 as a level because we've cleared it out numerous times without reacting right at. Right, see it's kind of mid-range here. See the wick drove through it. This candle drove through it. Another candle drove through it on the way back. Drove through it again. So we've kind of, whatever orders that were here, we've already cleared them out a bunch of times. Like, why when I go into levels, you really want to go to the most recent time you were here. You're pulling up to this area, right here, because anything before that, like those orders have already been cleared out. I'm gonna go to the most recent time. The issue, the key is you do want to go to a most recent time, but be able to refer to the left, right, to historical price data to see if there's precedent for things at that price level. You can technically lock in on the most recent level, and then you can start looking at how it moved at this level. Example right there, right? And then you can go back in time and say, how did we move when we came down from there? And then you start seeing what move are you mirroring to this area. Is it this one? Is it this one? What's the move? As we're coming up here, look for something like this to happen here. Another resistance form that brings us back down to 45.56 areas. The rejection could happen anywhere here. We're expecting it to happen at the higher time frame level, which is why you saw us kind of mess around here. But overall, you're going to see the market do what it was supposed to do initially. Come up here, the closures will be the closures, and it'll come up here, it'll reject, it'll come back down to 45.56, reject, it'll fill the range back up to 45.90, or a majority of the range, at least 3/4 of it. And if that's the case, we understand it's going to fill the range, right? We understand it should come back down from here. But one of those positions is with structure, with trend. One of those is against it, right? I think we'd rather be with structure, with trend than against it. We don't want to fight the trend because when you're fighting the trend, you're going to get a small pullback move versus going with the trend. You're giving the market multiple chances to turn around, come back up, because any support should bring you back up to retest highs. And if you're taking with the trend, you have the opportunity to extend your positions to get some runners. So why don't you trade following trend? We're gonna trade structure. What we're waiting for. We have a bias. We just need structure. Right? Bullish here. Can we get a background story of how you started trading and became profitable, Wix? The amount of times this story has been told. All right, well, here goes. We got some time. You see, it all started back in New Year's of 1985. That's when I was conceived. Right? Probably somewhere under a bridge or next to a fountain in city center. Yeah, and why do I say it was New Year's? Because I popped out in September of 1985, which was 9 months from New Year's, so I figured Pops picked a good time, right? Like, at least they were celebrating. So yeah, that's really the beginning of it all. Wow. You started. I started trading there. I going through the hood with the strides. What up? What up? You should consider shorting. AJ aligns with the technical as well.
How about new?
Yeah, no, I used to run a business, and one of the dudes that used to work for me came in one day and he was like, yo, I quit. We've had him on here. I've told the story hundreds of times over the last half a decade. But yeah, he came in here. He hopped into the stream before. A lot of new people here. Yeah, that's pretty dope. But yeah, he's hopped into the stream before. We had him on. He's been a part of the chats, part of Discord sometimes. But he came in one day. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna do you the courtesy and quit in person. I didn't want to call you up and be like, I'm quitting." Like, I was like, "You quitting? What the f? Like, you need this more than I do. You need this paycheck." And he was like, "Nah, man, I found this trading thing." And he's like, "If you want, I'll show it to you." I was like, "Yeah, show me the fucking trading thing." No, I hit him up after. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Show me the trading thing." Fucker opened up his laptop. Yeah, that first day I remember at work, he opened up his laptop. He took a trade live in front of me, tried to explain to me. He's like, "This is Forex. You're trading one currency against the other currency." And I think he was showing me like EU or something. The shit barely moved. And then he's showing me GJ. And then he's showing me a whole bunch of GCAD and, you know, CHG, CHF and all this shit. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to take a position right here based on this and based on that and how this looks." And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking. He had like 400 indicators on his screen, right? I had a Batman signal, I had an alert going off. So he took a trade, made like $200. And he was like, "Yep, you see, I'm the pip whisperer." Back this shit and walked out. I was like, "What just happened?" He slammed his fucking laptop closed and walked out. I was like, he just made $200 in like a few seconds by doing some calculation. I'm fairly smart. I'm sure I could get that calculation. And then I started trading. That's how I got into trading. I was like, what the fuck did he just do? Funny thing is, he had like a calling card. He was like, "I'm the pip whisperer," and he walked out. Yeah, I sold my business and started trading. I quit everything. Because he was about to get paid $200 that day, right? And he just made the shit in 10. I was like, I can't compete with that. I can't give him his paycheck here for 15 minutes. Have you made more money trading or in other businesses? Trading. Trading. Probably not even close. Trading. What helped you stop blowing accounts? Getting sick and tired of my own shit. That's really it, honestly. You know, when you're playing at the high stakes table of life and you have mouths to feed, you get humbled really quick. You come to terms with the fact that you need to keep yourself accountable. You start keeping yourself accountable because you realize no one does, and you've got hungry mouths, right, to feed. And if you're not going to keep yourself accountable, everyone's going to end up on the street, right? Everyone's going to end up losing, right? So you start becoming accountable. Right, if you really want to become accountable, if you are not accountable, have a kid, right? And then at some point realize you don't have dinner for that kid, right? You don't have snacks to give them to school, right? You start looking around, you're like, damn, there are whole existences depending on me. You start getting accountable real quick, right? People never want to take accountability because everyone's just, like I always say, everyone's afraid to take the raw responsibility that these markets put on you. Right? The responsibility that these markets put on you. People don't want that, right? That's why, right? They look for scapegoats, right? And you'll never be humbled that way, right? You will life will never humble you. But when you realize there are lives at stake here. People are depending on you to feed them, and this is gonna decide your future and the type of existence you have and the type of existence your kids have and how they see you, how they view you in life. You start settling for that accountability. You start saying, all right, I do suck, I shouldn't do this. And you get really humbled. You become, because when you start accepting that you've lost, it's a very humbling experience, right? When you're blaming others, there's no acceptance of loss there. There's a reason for it there. There's a reason for it there. There's somebody did this, somebody distracted me. Somebody told me this that I shouldn't. It's always somebody. And that doesn't humble you, because that's what you're looking to get away from. The realization that you're wrong. And for somebody that's got a really strong ego, or that like is used to being right, or has been really successful in other aspects of his life or her life, right, of their career, it is very hard to come to terms with being wrong. And when you do, it's a humbling experience. You become a much better person for it. You start listening to others more. You start putting yourselves in other people's shoes a lot more. You start being a lot more receptive of criticism. You get a lot less confident. You lose confidence. And it takes a toll as well. But I think you need to go through that ride, that accountability, that humbling experience to walk out, clean on the other side. You have the pressure. You have to make sure that pressure doesn't influence your trading. You have to look at the market and charts at face value and take what the market gives you. You got to get rid of that ego. You just don't get rid of it. Your ego is always there. You just learn to deal with it properly, in a proper way. And up here. First. So interesting. Should come down here. I would not have an entry there. Good. How do I want to come down, chat? Not in the next 25 minutes. I do not want to come down here in the next 25 minutes. And I'll tell you why. We want a buy off this area. If we want to buy off this area, we want it to be on the bottom wick of the next candle. This is a 4-hour closure. We are going to need a top wick here to fill, to have some range. AKA, we're going to need this market to push up. We're going to need it to pull back, but stay somewhere up here, because then our trade's going to be the bottom wick of the next candle as long as there's a top wick on here. And if that's the case, we must stay above here for now in order for that bottom wick to get there. So this is what we want to look like. We want this to push up more so it could retrace and close below this area, just so you could have maybe an hour or two of bearish momentum. Right? I would not mind this. Or even, right? Or even this. Right? And then we can look for that bottom wick entry to carry us up. We have a wick right there that's got precedent, right? Now we have precedent at that level. Boom, we want to be a part of that bottom wick. Ideally, we close above this area where we'll get in right here and just push straight up. This will be your next 4 hourly candles, aka, right? If this is the next 4 hourly candles, filling this wick here. Your 4 hour will then see this. Our entry right there, our entry right here on the bottom wick 4 hour, while keeping stops here and looking for the fill of the wick here. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Be patient. Just be patient. That's the position we got yesterday for 150 pips here in the signal channel, right? We had this push on the 4 hour, and for us to get our position, we had to wait an hour or two after stream. What time did that trade happen last night? At 12? Somewhere around there, around midnight.
It was like 12:15.
Yeah, so around midnight, we took that trade yesterday. After stream, I left. Remember, I left early from stream, but I came back, and there's nobody in the Discord trading in the channel. So I kind of turned on, just kind of chilled around, smoked a joint, right, and started setting up. I was like, perfect. This is what we were waiting for much earlier. Quite often, what we wait for, like, we'll draw it out before the stream ends, and it'll play out like, within the next hour or two. Just tough running a 5-hour stream twice a day. It's just, you know. This morning was 4 hours, and now it's going to be about 3 to 4 hours. So it's a lot of talking. Minute, my friend. Very much time. There's got to be an army of Indian people just walking around somewhere angry as fuck at Wix 9. 7-Eleven owners getting together, putting my picture out. Wanted. Why do you think the gold dropped so bad? I do not care. No, honestly.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
We don't. I don't care why it happened. Like, I mean, okay. It's not that I don't know or like, it's irrelevant. Right? We understand what's going on in the world. We understand what's going on in the US. We understand what's going on politically, right? We understand, or geopolitically. We understand market news, market analysis, market expectations. But none of it matters once we're on the charts here, because no matter what happens in the world, it'll be reflected in the charts. We just have to pay attention to when the high volatility moments happen, right? That's why we go look at Forex Factory for news here, for Red Folder News, because we don't want to get in and get caught, right? But as long as we're aware of this, and when that high volume news happens and we can work around it and through it, all we care about is candles here. Because no matter what happens in the world, none of it is going to change price without it being reflected on the charts. There's no way gold's going to 46.50 and I won't see it here on the chart, right? Fundamentals tell us where things are going. The chart is going to tell us when. And that's what we care about. We know where they're going. We know what's going, right? We have the what with gold. We know the where. We just need to know when. For me as a scalper, I don't really care what was happening. It was exactly just want to determine direction, volume, and use to be in and out based on my levels. That's all you need. You don't need to look at the news, know about the news. You don't need to know the war is going on. Nothing. None of it matters. You're gonna see it printed on the charts. You're gonna use your knowledge of candles, of volume, of timing, of price action, do your technical analysis, and get a W. Going to 20K, this is the start. I said 25K within a decade. Wicks, if this 4-hour close without top wick, you look for sells? Not necessarily, no. I think if you get a close without a top wick here, you might get a very steep top wick before you eventually come down. You might end up looking like this on 4-hour. Let me get that top wick. Push up all the way here with no wick. Just to flip bearish. There's no top wick. I believe there will be a top wick. You might end up doing this for the next 4 hours. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want it to move. I like to move it, move it. Wild guess. Next 15 is going to close red, and the secret code on the giveaway is Wix.
How about new?
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Funny thing, my name is Alper, and I'm a scalper. That tough, guys? No, that's gay. Give me that account. Okay. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. He said it's that tough. I'm kidding. Alper the scalper. S.C. Alper. We do a little trolling. Damn, it's a 50 pip bounce. What are you doing? Last 15 of the 4-hour, gang. We are coming up on the last 15-minute candle of the 4-hour. Usually you'll see that pull back. Let's see what the next candle does. Got B on these sells? Yeah, I'm looking to take these buys. Well, we'll see. Hey, sells can set up here too. A lot depends on the relationship between these candles and how they open, how they close. So let's just be mindful. 4-hour. Doing 4-hour things. 4-hour ting. Uh-oh. It's a 15 and a 4-hour. Yeah, we can fuck with that. I could mess with that level. It's far away though. 1,000 pips. Does look so good. It just depends on how it sets up. But I can't sell. I can only buy. My vehicle doesn't make right turns. Or doesn't make left turns. I can only go right. You like Zoolander. You like a mail truck. Hey. Mail truck. I caught the first initial push before New York closed early. How do you assess? Oh, how do you assess whether to let it run? I think that's that's knowledge that comes with experience. That's why I would say knowledge guided by experience here, because you're gonna train your brain, right? It's the muscle, and you're gonna get muscle memory from seeing it play out all the time and in which situation it goes where. But you need to sample size. You need to build data, right? You need to take your position 1,000 times or thousands of times, right? I always say trading is a game of thousands, not of 10 positions, 20 positions, 100 positions, game of thousands. You need to take thousands of trades and manage risk many different ways, thousands of times, in order to see which one plays out more often, which levels get tapped more often. And that's how you build data, right? Once you have that, like, oh, on this position, when we manage risk this way, this plays out, or when we don't manage risk, this plays out, when we go break even, this plays out this many times. And at the end of it, you can build data, like which position gave you the best result. But it's right, that's how you build a plan. You need to take positions, and lots of them, which means you need to do a lot of trading at a very low lot size, not expecting to make money, but expecting to learn, right? When you go to college, you don't expect to have a $300,000 job or earnings or salary your first year of college. Oh, now I'm in college, learning to be a doctor, I'm gonna have a $300K salary. No, you're in college, you're not getting paid shit. And even when you become a doctor, you're not getting paid shit the first few years of rotations anyway, or your fellowship or whatever it is, right? So it takes time. Any profession, when you're going to college, you're not getting paid for it. When you're learning or you're building your strategy here, these are the college years of your trading career. You're only learning to build a strategy. You don't have a strategy. You don't have an edge. You don't have any opportunities to take advantage of your edge because you haven't built it out. You don't have any data. So for you to collect data, you have to go to college. You have to learn, right? And what do you do when you learn? In order to learn, you have to pay tuition fees. The good thing about trading is you decide your own tuition fees. Do you want to pay a lot for the same lessons that can be learned at a very little price? Or are you able to control yourself and pay very little for lessons while you're learning them, while you're building your data set? Realize that you're in school. You're not at your profession, at your job, right? People start trading, they're like, oh, I'm a trader. No, you're not. You're learning to trade, right? Until you're profitable, you're not a trader. You're learning. And if you're learning, right, you can't say this. Like, if you go to med school, you can't say you're a doctor, right? Like, I can't, right? You just, just because I play Call of Duty, I can't say I'm in the army. Okay. You gotta learn, and then you can say that's what you do, and then you can actually go do it, and then so pay little, right? Realize where you are. That's a tough thing too, to in the moment to realize what part of your trading journey you're on. And if you can realize that you're in the learning stages, you drop down your lot size. You're not going to expect to make any money, but your goal should be, let me collect as much data as I can. I'm going to take a lot of positions. I'm going to take on a lot of losses. I'm going to be open to it, but I'm going to risk very little. And this is going to build my case for having a certain edge or certain strategy or building out an edge. And when I do that, I'll raise my lot size and I'll start earning after having paid very little for the education, all right, or for these losses that I'm about to take on or that I just took on, because I realized I'm in the learning stage. I need to take on these losses, so I'm going to take off risk. I learn how to backtest, forward test, define a strategy, and also learn risk management, then you have an edge. The only way you have an edge, though, is if you collect the data that you can refer to, and then, get actual probabilities out of it. You got to know how to collect the proper data. A lot of people say collect data, right? They're like, oh, I took a trade, this type won, this type lost. No, you're not collecting data. You got to, right? You got to be able to filter your data in such a way that you can clearly build out an edge on what works and what doesn't. A lot of people just take, their data, their win-loss record, or they put it into an Excel sheet and stuff, but they never look at it again, or they don't know how to read it. to build the edge out. So it's just waste. It's a waste of time. You're just filling, you know, you're just filling in the blanks. But for what reason? You're not learning anything out of it. Not getting anything out of it. You agree that the only problem the strategy has is low RR? No. Absolutely not. The strategy doesn't have an RR. Your statement stipulates that the strategy has a RR, or it refers to RR, and it matters. It does not. Average RR? Not what, pancakes? No. Pancakes have like a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 RR sometimes. Our weak entries let us get a much better RR. So continuously fine-tuning. Yeah, it's your job is to continuously and constantly and consistently to optimize your strategy, what you're doing, and how you go about trading. I know pancakes are good. Waiting for a pullback, then buy, or what is the plan? Bingo. Yes. Yes, sir. We're waiting. Like I said, we want this 4 hour to push a little more so we can have a steeper wick, so we can pull back into this range down here, so we can have some buys off of 50 areas, 45, 50 areas. What time is it? 21:53. So 9:53. We got 7 minutes to the 4 hour close. We're gonna be going a bit long here tonight. Don't forget, we're gonna do a 50K giveaway here tonight as well. McDonald's pancakes or Denny's? I'm not allowed into Denny's. Oh no. I'm sorry. That's IHOP and Waffle House. I can go into Denny's, but I'm banned from IHOP and Waffle. I might have told the story here like ages ago, and I don't think I'm gonna repeat the story. You robbed the joint? No, I didn't rob anything. Zaza? No. No. No, because you guys are gonna think that I don't have a whatchamacallit. You would understand if you were there. But I have no way of telling the story. I haven't figured out how to tell the story where I look good in the story. It was like if you were there, you'd be like, oh, all right. First of all, who puts somebody that stutters to answer the phone? Who does that? If I ran a business and I had a stuttering Stanley working in there, he would not be picking up the phone. Fuck, man. I mean, that's how shit started, but people need jobs, yeah, and I need food today, sometime. I'm trying to finish the order today. Give them a job, make them cook. Don't have them answering the phones. I think they they did this shit on purpose so people would stop calling. Damn, this is gonna be worse than the Jesus joke. We gotta join outside. Give me a sec. We got 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. Dos. It's getting ready to fall hard. Well, there's no indication of us selling it. Chat, give me 1 sec. Kids went to bed. I didn't get a chance to say goodnight. Kind of pissed about that. One of my favorite times of the day when I get the chance to see them, wake them up from bed and put them to bed. Just special time. Coming up now, 46.69. Closed above everything here, right? The hourly, the 15 as well here. It does me no good where it's really it's rallied a lot, so it can just push back hard anywhere within these wicks. So wherever it pushes back from that will be the new resistance. Looks like this is where it might push up from or come back up from. We cannot use this stop though. It's too small. We can't use a stop this small. We're gonna need a bit of a bigger stop. 760 pips, not enough. Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait for this. It's gonna take some time. The speed song. We skipped the speed song. Got in at 45.84. Woo! That's right where I said it should push up from here. Right at that moment. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it because the pullback here can be very steep. So I'm not looking to get in and be like, I'll just take on 4,000 pips to drawdown. No, we're going to wait for this to actually get down to support and be a little bit more selective about our sniper entries. Nice job. That's a position we would have taken last year at this time. Exactly this time last year, that was a position we were taking. It was also a type of position that we lost like 600, 700 pips on. With like 12 pineapples. Like you took the 8,000 pip drawdown last week? That's wild. Yeah, I'm good. I'll just stay out. When those things happen. There's more waiting involved, but we're not going anywhere. We got another. I'm going to be here through at least 11, maybe even midnight. We're trying to get these dubs tonight. It's a smart thing to do. Yeah, I mean, plus I also have to be accountable to you guys, right? And there's, like, I would not want to put you in a situation like that. Like, you can get into a situation like that on your own, but I don't want to put you guys into a situation like that. I realize that I can plan for whatever type of risk management I want, right? But there are people following me and you know, trying to copy me and do whatever. Like, this stream is for educational purposes only. There's no financial advice here. But some people want to like emulate and learn, right? Do the things I do, and what happens is people tend to think that if I'm taking a position, that means it's got to run into profits. From that moment on, it can only go into profits. It's just, I get in, that means, oh, it's going to run from here, and they over risk because Wix is taking the position from that level, and then they just don't have the margin. Next time you explain pineapples, just adding on entries and drawdown at the next support, next resistance. What does an actual XXD Dodge Challenger cost? Use twice, for example. Bro, what is this? Cars.com, bro? Car gurus? That was you when you first came, yeah. Used to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? Yeah, sorry. Like, we don't do that anymore, but we also, you know, I also have an expectation of you guys to still continue doing those things. So I'm very careful in what and how I say it or get it across. I know a lot of people here hang on every word. I live in Germany and I'm really into US cars. Yeah. I live in the US and I'm more into US cars than German cars, honestly. But a lot of people in the US like German cars. Yeah, that's like, we switched, bro. It's like, damn. I don't know if I can say that on stream. Never mind. YouTube be sensitive. What is your win ratio for the year? You would have to go back to the first stream of the year. So you can probably go back to the very first stream of the year and look at our record. What was the record on January 1st? Anybody? Let me look. The first stream of the year was January 5th. $608.87, and right now we are $642. And 12. Yeah, that's a lot of losses for the year for us. 12 losses. 6 so 08, right? That's 30. So we're 34 and 12. 34 wins, 12 losses, and 27 break evens. It was a really tough beginning because we've never seen this kind of volume before. It was tough adjusting initially, but we're gonna slay the rest of the year. Yeah. We gonna rock out with our stop out. How you doing in New York this morning? Fee like price action was a bit awkward. We are up 450 pips on the week so far in the signals community. Might not trade the rest of the week. Yeah. Someone say German cars. I mean, German cars are like cool. Like if you, right? I love BMWs because they come with like the turning signals deleted from the factory, right? And I always, you love a good Mercedes car, right? I love Mercedes because if you want to look rich while arguing with your mechanic, get a Mercedes, right? And like Audi, sounds like it's made in Texas. Audi. Audis are basically for people that want a BMW but need to have a better Wi-Fi, right? Audi. If you want a really nice subwoofer, just get a Volkswagen Jetta. Best car to put a subwoofer in, honestly. Yeah. And if you want to, like, if you really like driving expensive Jeep Cherokees, just get yourself a G-Wagon. Right? Porsche, the perfect family car, right? When you need to take a drive to the grocery store at 180 miles per hour. Perfect. Till they pull up with the RS6, the fucking wagon. The wagon. The family, that's the soccer van over there in Europe. Yo, stop talking shit about all the cars I like. No, like, really, honestly, like, if you want to argue with your mechanic all day, but like, have him respect you because you have money, get a Benz. You'll be at the shop all the time after your warranty's up. Ready to fight over BMW and Porsche? What about Volkswagen? Just bought a Civic Cash. We're gonna drive it for 20 years. Yeah, and then you can give it to your kids, and they'll drive it for 20 years. What's your favorite? What's your favorite Benz? I don't have a favorite Benz. Like if I was gonna pick a Benz that I would have at some point in my life bought, probably would have been like a 05, maybe 06, 07, 08. SLs. Those year SL or I don't remember if it was a SL or a CL. I'm pretty sure it was a SL. The CL was small. And I really liked the like 08, 09, the CLSs that they had. CLS 500. Those were pretty cars. But that's it. I would never buy one right now. Never get one. You know what I would like to get that's hard to find now? Like, you don't really see them in good condition. Remember the VR4s, the Mitsubishi, whatchamacallit? What do they call it? That's what they were, the CR4s, right? No, not the Evolution, not the Evos. I like the Evos, the little rice racers. How many pounds of rice you pushing, bro? No, what was the VR? The CR4. What was it called? We are the 3000 GT, right? The 3000 GTs, the VR4. Okay. Hold on a second, chat. Give me 1 sec. We have about 30 seconds here before the candle closes. All right, the 15 just closed. Bearish back in range here. Not doing much here just yet. Yeah, the 3000 GT VR4s. Those were dope. That was one of the first cars I've ever drove on stick. I learned how to drive a stick shift on a Honda Accord, not even a Civic, on a Honda Accord. It was a 2-door, like a 04 Accord. Back in the Bronx. On a Mazda 323. Well, I learned stick, honestly. I learned the concept of manual transmission on or driving a manual on a bike, right? Because I had motorcycles my whole life, but then like it was easy to transition to a car because I understood how things work, right? Oh, that's the clutch. All right. Oh, instead of it being on your hand, it's on your leg. All right, cool. So the concept I understood from riding motorcycles my whole life. So once I got in the car, it was really easy to just pick up. How much do you pay for a driver license in the US? That's the same question I'd be asking every retard. Oh, sorry, YouTube. At the stoplight. I'd be asking the same question. I'd be like, how much was your fucking license, bro? How much did you pay for your fucking license? There's no way you passed the test. There's no way they passed the test driving like that. How much you pay for the license? How was March has been for you? It's been my best month this year so far. Every month has been better. January was so far is the worst month, then February and second one, and then March is the best. So it's getting better as we go. Everything I do be high. Volume onto tanto shits. Oh shit. Hey, I might get this account taken away due to inactivity. But I already told them. I told Top One, I was like, look, man, I'm not taking a trade unless there's fucking golds opening up. They're like, reach this account and get yourself a funded. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let him breach this account. Give me back my funded. Boogie, you out? Why you out? I really want the weird reel, so I haven't seen you take a J just in case we get a W tonight. I got a J outside. Half burnt. Braun in the wrong country? Oh, you're Braun in the wrong country. LeBron in the wrong country?
Ron,
Oh, what the fuck?
where are you?
Sorry. I don't know what that scared the shit out of me. I tipped that with my phone. Woo! How often are you required to trade in order not to breach? I think, does anybody know? Is it 15 days? Is it 2 weeks or is it 21 days? I think it might be 21 days, but it's already been like 2.5 weeks since we've taken a trade on here. I don't really care, yeah, for this account, because if we can't trade gold, we can't trade gold. You give me a funded account, and I'm gonna go get some payouts on gold. They're gonna have to put me back in the live eventually. Long shot.
You're muted, by the way.
Damn it. Yeah, so I was just saying, I think this account is breached. I think when you saw me get logged out earlier when I walked out to smoke, I think that might have been the breach of the account, because the message I was getting earlier was different. But no, I can't. It's not that I'm low-key wanting to breach it. I do not, because I can get everyday payouts on it. But the problem is, you can't trade gold on the live accounts here, but you can trade it on the funded. So what was the point of me passing the funded? What was the point of me getting those 5 payouts in the month of November to go live just to take myself away from trading gold? You know, I might as well just breach and go back to trading gold and go back to getting those payouts instead of just avoiding everything here. Makes no sense. Just basically profited my way out of the market. You know what I mean? I can't open a micro on here. Can't do anything. I can do it on a funded though. So I think that was the breach. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the funded. I'm trying to have trades on screen here. Hey, how's Trade Locker? Anyone trading on Trade Locker?
That's Forex.
What?
That's Forex.
What do you mean? There's no Trade Locker platform for the futures? Yes, there is. I've seen some.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's only it's only Forex.
Trade C it is. Got to get a Trade C. All right, I like it, but yeah, he's right. It's Forex. Yeah, man. Never really know what you got until it's gone. Man. Give me Project X. Trade C. I'm trading on Trade C now. It's great. Yeah. Maybe we'll do something. Just talking to the top 1 guys. They were working on bringing Trade C on. Top Step? I don't like Top Step. I don't fuck with them. Because it seems like they're fucking with everybody, so. Project X all over again? I mean. Well, Top Step is Project X. Top Step X, they're the owners. They're the owner of Top Step owns Project X. That's why they call it Top Step X. And like trade's gonna set up pretty late here. Which broker not profit used in the USA? AMP Futures. AMP. AMP Futures. I'm saying Trade C. It's like Project X. Oh, okay. I got it. Lucid is good. They have Trade C, and they don't scam. Yeah, we'll see. I'm waiting on that affiliate deal. All right, Lucid. Waiting on you.
You reached out to Lucid?
Nope.
Oh, that's a great platform, to be honest.
They're gonna have to reach out to me. I'm like, honestly, my message just like are flooded from like with offers from like different prop firms, different brokers. It's just got to be right. It's got to make sense. Movie Project X with Broderick was the ish back in the day. The ish. Haven't heard somebody say the ish in a while. Fights get cut. Yeah, I remember Project X, the movie. We're getting the first 30 closure of the new 4-hour candle. We can pull back. I'm gonna have a buy limit here. 4565 flat. Make it 651. Oh, we got to do it on a different platform. Come on, what the fuck? Okay, we have a buy limit here at 45.65. Give me a second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, we had a celery plate coming down over here. Coming down. See, let's see if this can bring us down to our level and take us back up to promised land. To the promised land, my brother. Where would the stop loss be? The stop loss would be below this level right here. 113 pips. So the trade, when we get down here, will look like this. Right there. When it gets down there. You're basing it on this wick. I'm going to get rid of that for now because we're not in a trade. But once we get down there, I will put that back up on screen. 180 people in here. Where the fuck did you guys go? We finally have a position up on screen. You guys leave? Nah. Fuck that. Oh, more people at the Zoom door. The Zoom gang keeps coming in here because they know what's up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yo, gang, please drop a like and sub to the channel if you forgot. Come on, help me grow the stream. Sub to the channel, please. Go share this stream. Go share this on all your socials. One time is enough. One share on all your socials is enough. But it makes a huge difference for the community. For me, for us, for all of it. Please share the stream while we wait on these positions. I'm in the trenches riding this out with you, gang. We're gonna, I'm gonna be in that position with everybody. Let's just be patient. I think we're getting it. Give me a second. I'm right here. the 4 hour re-breaking that high, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna need closures now above the 15 for us to take buys if that's what's gonna happen here. Because we did get this close and it wasn't above the range. Wait, it held. Yeah, that held. First flip here on the 4 hour. Yeah, I'm not taking this. I'm gonna need the closure above here. Might push, but I'm gonna need that closure. 6 minutes here. If we get a closure above here, we'll look for a bottom wick and an entry. This looks good. This looks good if we get a closure above. It also looks good if we break down here because we broke highs here, which on the current candle, right? The 4 hour gave you that flip. And what I said on that, usually on the when you get a bottom wick, that flip initially on the 4 hour won't push because there's a lot of orders there. So it'll come up, it'll turn them into liquidity. It'll come back down, and then the next push will usually be it. But the next push needs a closure. Delete buy limit? No, absolutely not. Yeah, no. Buy limit's still active, still valid. It's just gotten likelier that we get there faster now. To our bot, because we broke that high. It grabbed more orders, so if it's going to get there, it should get there now. If it doesn't and it stays up above here, we'll take buys on the next candle. What's up, Damon? Long time no see. Drop a like from he's putting in a ton of effort, giving out. Yeah, man, I want you guys to learn. I want you guys to be successful at this, so you can come, fly out to Florida and we can go have a fillet mignon together. You can go buy me a nice mignon. Buy limits are still good. I'm pretty confident in them. So I'm going a little bit heavier on that position. We do giveaway tonight? Yeah, there's going to be a 50K giveaway right after this trade. Thoughts on Tradeify? Never used them, so I don't know. A lot of people use them. I've heard good stories, bad stories. I saw a commercial for them today and saw that Israel Adesanya is promoting them. Official Tradeify funded trader. Israel Adesanya. Y'all believe that shit? You think he passed the challenge? It's funny, you know how I used to say about Trump, man, we really don't deserve this guy. We don't deserve him. Right now, Fox News is running a segment about Trump called "We Don't Deserve Him." I speak shit into existence every day, I swear. They're literally running a whole segment right now on Trump titled "We Don't Deserve Him." Yeah, I saw that. What a weird collab. Yeah. All right. Top Step was running collabs with the snowboarders during the Olympics. There was running commercials talking about the snowboarders. You know, Top Step X official funded trader. Maybe he's watching the stream. That's how he passed the chat. Man, I seen him here at the UFC gym once. I got a friend that works in the same plaza as the UFC gym, in West Palm, and I was over there visiting him, and he was just walking into the gym, into the training facility, parking lot. All right, re-breaking here. 1 minute. 1 minute on the 15. Oh, this 5 is ugly. Shit, man. None of this. I don't want it to close above. I don't want it to close above. I want it to respect this resistance and come back down. That's what I would really like here. I don't want the 4-hour drive. I want a steeper bottom wick. I really don't want that. I need to speak it into... Yeah, I expect to get buys off of the BBL level here. $20 seconds. Keep it down. Keep it down. Keep it down over there. Big buy limit. Bumbleclap buy limits. No, no sells off the top wick because you already know the deal. It's against the 4-hour, and look at the 4-hour flipping bullish here. Yeah, there's no sells here. 4-hour might dictate this. 30-second play continuing, even though there's no bottom wick. So we're avoiding this right now because fuck up a few accounts. Yeah, it pushes here. For these buys, you need a closure above and a bottom wick. So if it pushes now, there's just noise. Nothing I'm gonna do here. Nothing. Or I'm doing here. But if it continues to push up here, I'm fairly confident. At some point this evening, maybe pre-London, I think gives a decent position. Really good position. Minutes. 12 minutes on this 1 hour. Don't go away. We're going to do a 50K giveaway, but I'm really looking for this pullback down here, 45.60. And it's still valid. As long as this 4 hours open, it's still valid as a bottom wick for this 4 hour. Because guess what? You've created you've created range here in this with this top wick. Once you get a support and you start driving up, I think you'll be able to fill this very, very nice. Sell limit on the flip of the 15, stop loss top and wick are too aggressive. Maybe if this closed with no top wick, not a fan of that against the 4. Look at this 4 hour. Do you really want to sell right now? Fucker looks like it's about to take off, right? If you're not sure, right? If when in doubt, zoom out. You zoom out. Man, I don't want to sell here. Minutes on the hourly. See what happens. I'll go grab my joint from the outside.
You did.
I was just saying it would be great if we could close with no bottom wick on this 15 and open up with a bottom wick on the next candle. Got 5 minutes to come down here. I stopped. Now we have a buy limit here, 45.65. This one out. Might get a 30 leg candle. Boy, oh boy, do we want to open up with a bottom wick. Be amazing if the 1 hour could close with no. Let's take some more effort here from these candles. Got under 3 minutes here. Give us a nice 100 pip push down. So I was saying, I just said, yeah, 30 leg candle if we can get that. And the hourly close with no bottom wick. It happened. We might give it to us actually here. See? $90 seconds. We might see price break down here. One minute. I like that it's moving down right now to close out the candle, which means we should see some bearish momentum to open up the next candle. And the 1 hour close with no bottom wick. 50 seconds. All right, this is what we want to look like when we do activate. $20 seconds. All right, let's see. Give us that bottom wick. I get this. I get this asked all the time. Hey, why don't you just take sells to your level if you think it's going there? Beat it. The probability of these buys working out here is higher with structure than it is selling here. So if it does come down here, on the off chance that it does come down here, not on the off chance, but if it does come down here, the probability of it coming up is higher than of this coming down here. Based on this 4 hour, I just don't want to tap a level and come right back up flying out of nowhere. Unless it's off our level. Down here should be a quick drop if it is to come down. Boom. There we go. All right, gang. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Partials will be 4571.5. But if it breaks down that level, then that'll be the L, and then we'll wait for it to reset up again. I'm fairly confident in this position, but like I said, right? It can, right? I'm just willing to take on that risk because probability dictates it shouldn't. So we're just playing the probability game. We understand it can, a certain percentage of the time, but the probability dictates that it shouldn't. Are you in a position? No, we're waiting. We're waiting to tap these areas. This was 45.71.05 was partials. Taps us in, actually. Bounced right off of it. That's funny.
Wix, what would stops be on that buy limit?
$45.53. 52.9. $45529. Come on, tap our level here. Looks amazing on the one. Maybe the 5 top wick right here. Maybe this 5 will bring it. No, close here. We'll see. Took the buy 45.74. Okay. Close. Bearish close. I still think we tap our level. All right, lock in here. It's coming down. Once again, gang, may the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. you think it's going to tap and bounce right off? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a slingshot, an entry with 0 drawdown. That's what I would prefer there. This is a high quality pancake that we almost always see. It's taking longer than expected. Not much volume in the market. I think we printed this earlier where the 4 hour is going to close. You're going to see a couple of hours of bearish movement down here and a couple of hours of bullish movement. Maybe 1 hour of bearish movement and then, 3 hours of bullish movement. But you're going to need to see some kind of pullback. Thus, we had that 1 hour bearish, and I'm looking for this 1 hour to tap this area and flip bullish and continue up. What do you think about U.S. oil?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
You don't trade it. You don't trade it, so we don't care. Maybe now, yeah, I'm pretty confident in the fact that we're gonna get. All right, so what do we have? The 15 just closed. The first 15 of this current hourly candle, right? We're going to open up with a bottom wick here. If we tap this on this 15, the bullish flip of this 15 will be partials. It will look like this. Let's see, looking good here. As we're getting close to getting activated here. Good luck, boys. Yeah, if you're entering this with me, may the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house, gang. Struggle to come past 71. Have faith. Trust your knowledge. Right? Trust the time that you put in on the charts here. And understand that 45.65 is the level we need to get to for our edge. Right? That's it. Right? It'll be like a robot. Robot would have parameters. Right? And once those parameters are met, it would act on them. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. Right? And that's how you stay stoic, and that's how you get rid of impulses. You have parameters based on which you can trade. They either play out or they don't. That's it. Flip. Be patient. Be patient. It's moving into these wicks to the left, right here, into this area. So this might be the area that brings it. And obviously, if we push all the way up here and we do not get here, right, then that's when I'll call it a session. We'll call it a session at that point. I'm still waiting. We're like, we might be creating, right, the higher high, higher low situation, establishing a new support here. But right now, as of right now, the entry's here. What we might be doing is irrelevant to what we are actually doing. Completely different. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. As I said, we've moved into these wicks. Maybe that's what we needed to bring us down. Let's see what happens. And push down, or we'll be up and call it a session. partial back down here. This fucking thing, man. This fucking thing. Maybe if I don't look at it. Every time I look at it, it pumps back up. Maybe if I step out for a second. I gotta pee so bad. I've been holding it. I gotta piss like a racehorse, but I've been holding it just because we're getting close to it. What in the Egyptian pyramids is that? Any trades taken today? No, not yet. Waiting on these BBLs. Would you like to try our pancakes, sir? Very free, fresh. Please, thank you very much. Yeah, if this re-breaks a high, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom. Are you selling? No, we're looking for a buy. We are looking for a buy at our BBL level. We got a leg candle to fill here, Reggie. We just need a better entry. Are you in already?
No, I'm not in. I've been watching it. I'm waiting to. Yeah, the 30, right?
Yeah, because we might miss it. The 30 leg candle here. Yeah, we never got to the body high. You see that? So that level's got to get tapped there at 45.85.6. We are at least headed to there after a bottom wick here.
Yeah.
But we want that bottom wick down here. This candle's re-breaking its own high. Give me a second. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I gotta pee. Yeah, we got to about 40 pips away, I think, there. Yeah. How much doing? This is around the time that we got our position yesterday. Maybe 45 minutes later than that. So you see, just like yesterday, market cycles change while volume starts coming in at a different time. Or the volume that we need. I think I'm waiting the 30-minute and going to sleep. 30's about to close here. No, I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm going to run this probably till 12. I'm going to wait another 30. I'm going to wait for the next hourly. I mean, for this hourly to close. I still believe we get down to 45, 65 here. There's closure. New 30 opening here, so new opportunity for a flip. We do not want to see any kind of top wick on this candle right now. We don't want to see any top wick. And of course, it's going to create fucker. Yeah. Bring it back down. Bring it back down. Come on. Come on, Lee. Ow. Yeah, what we might do is we might break this high to grab orders. There's a lot of orders on the breaks at the highs here. At liquidity and break the low. So it kind of sucked though. It sucked because it would grab orders that are here and we're trying to get there to grab them after our position. Like this wick will have to be filled here. Previous candle. Once that high is broken. So we want to have all these things to our advantage before we get in the position. All right, boys. It looks like we're going to get another chance at this. You look like a man. Partials will be 45.71.5. That will be partials. Don't do this. Don't break the law. What 5 area, right? Just messing with it. All right, I think this is it, gang. Oh. We're gonna get there one way or another. Gotta get there. All right, the low's broken. Here we go. We get that tap. Fuck off. How long you think it's running if it hits? We'll be out fairly quickly. Once it hits, not if it hits. Once it hits, it should be a fairly quick manage. This is crazy how it keeps holding this area. Here. Remember I said I had money from the other country? I was thinking of what to do with it. Do you want to have some? Do you have a place to put them and save them? You gotta have a binder for these two. Positions. Take a 5. Or take the one with the woman. Here, take the one with the woman. I like it too because it's the only woman. See out there? He's right here. Just don't mess with him because I'm still. You making noise? Huh?
Where? I think it's just going to keep starting. What? I can't touch it. No, it's not in this. It's right here. Stomach is bent. Stomach is bent in.
Are you looking to catch what? Where? Maybe that's a bee sting or something. I'm gonna bring him to a vet tomorrow. My dog's not feeling right now. He's whining every time I scratch him right here. He's going. I don't know why. Weird. You're done here? Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting this 1 hour candle out. We got another 20 minutes, and maybe we get a proper closure with no bottom wick, and we can be up on the next 1 hour. Right there. He's shaking. He never does this. Something. Did you break something? Did you twist something? I'm gonna give him tonight, 24 hours. See how he reacts. BBL means big buy limits, yeah. I know what it's doing. It's waiting for us to leave so it can come down to our level. You got 100 likes on here? W, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, please drop a like. Sub to the channel. Please share the stream as well. Please, please, please. Okay. Gang. 15's gonna close here. Can we get a close with no bottom wick? Gonna get another attempt at this. Once again, good luck. And may the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. No bottom wick on a closure. Wow. We just need a bottom wick on the opening here. Perfect. Perfect. Looking good. Come down. Calm down. All right, here we go. Can we get activated? Bro. No, I'm not going to move my buy limit. It's either we hit or we don't. I already gave it enough room to an extra room. You got to tap a support area. We haven't tapped it. So anytime we take a buy there, I'm expecting this to fucking come back down and re-break that low. Mother fuck. How far away are we? 7 pips? Bro, WTF? Look, it just tapped partials on the dot. We're going to be here through this 1 hour candle. I promised you guys through at least this 1 hour candle. Yeah, we were 7 pips away from our entry. It never got to a support, just mid-range here. I even moved this up about another 5-10 pips. Nine pips. Moved up our entry 9 pips to make sure we get in there. So here, this is possible. If we get a lick handle on this 15, entries are still possible here. I still have mine. I still have my entries running here. Maybe we get activated here. Damn, that was it, man. That ran to our level. So perfect. All right, good luck, gang. If you're taking this with me. Good luck. Go. It's not mid-range. Yes, it is, bro. Depending on what you call range, right? For me, when I zoom in, I see a level we could have bounced off here. Sorry. Right? I see a level we could have bounced off here. But we even bounced right here. That's not here. That's not here. That's mid-range, somewhere in between them, but never got there. I talk about bounce. We're very precise here. Very precise here. This, we're all about sniper entries and zero drawdown. That's how we like to play the game. Right? We don't like drawdown. We tend to avoid it a large number of times just by understanding these levels. And usually this wick will come right into that area right there. But I gave it a few extra pips just in case it's off by a few. But man, even then we were off by about 7 pips here. So now that this candle didn't get there, it needed to close the candle. If it closes bullish here, I cannot have a buy off that area because that's the celery play coming down. And then you're probably looking to fill this candle wick right here to the downside. That gets a lot more difficult. This might flip to 30 bullish, at which point we might start playing game. Man. Okay, I'm going to delete this here. And our last hurrah, I just deleted it. So our last hurrah will be the closure, and I want to see how we open up here. I won't look for buys on the break of the high of this candle. But I want to see if this candle can close the candle. So what I want to see out of the current candle, sorry. What I want to see out of the current candle is this closure. If we can get that, oh yeah, baby. This is still on. We'll add that right back on, and we will look for something like this. But we need that closure. If that doesn't happen, it might be GG's for the session. Yeah, we gave it a lot of chances. We held for the longest. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do a giveaway tomorrow morning. I'm kind of tight that this never got there. Hey, if you're in a signal channel, stay locked in. There might be positions over the next hour or two. If I don't fall asleep, there might be positions over the next hour. If we close strong bullish, I do like buys, but realize we're gonna need these candles to kind of help us out of it. So we're gonna need a strong bullish on the 30, right? We're gonna need a bottom wick opening, and we're gonna need it to tap into this 15, right? So you're gonna have to look this candle. You're gonna have to close something like this. If we get that closure, we're looking for this bottom wick, right? This is what we're gonna need. We're gonna need to clear this out. Too much rejection in that area. See that? Yeah, we need to clear this area out. So I need it to close above there. Yeah, I would take a bottom wick entry, but it's got to play nice. If it doesn't play nice here, then we're not gonna do anything. I mean, we're so far out of volume time right now, right? We're like in no man's land. So I see how this closes. If the candles don't play nice, I'm not going to force anything here. Damn, that played out to the T. Came down here. It missed us, but came right to the level that we had marked off here with the wicks. Man, I noticed these wicks like business, man. Two minutes here. 2 minute, my brother. Can we get a leg candle? Yeah. Gang, I'm gonna have the same buy limit here that we just had. $30 seconds here. We gotta close leg candle. We gotta open up with a bottom wick as well. It's gotta close like this, like I have it drawn up here. 20 seconds here. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Let's see. Let's look at this 30 open with a bottom wick. Man. Gang, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that buy limit here. $65 flat. 4-5-6-5 flat. Unless this candle flips bullish. If this candle flips bullish, that'll be it. All right, good luck, gang. If you're taking that with me, I wish you luck. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. And we are in there. Let's see if we can push back up. Move stops to break even fairly quickly. You just got to push up a little more. There we go. Move stops to break even. We're up about 25 pips here. See if we can flip. See if we can flip. This is a risk-free trade. Stops are to break even. We sniped it. Now we just need it to push up, break the highs. If it re-breaks lows, we're not gonna be in there. We really got a good position here for the snipe. Yep, there we go. It re-broke the lows. I'm gonna call it a session here. I'm gonna call it a session because we had a celery play here. It bounced off our level. It has a chance to come up here, and it failed twice for that flip. So I think we might see. It's a possibility you might see this push down a bit, but yeah, I think I'm gonna on this note call it. Damn, the level looks so good, man. It actually might push up. This has been the funkiest way to get there. I truly believe this 1 hour has to give. Oh, there it goes. Man, fuck that. We get off before it flips. There it goes. There's the flip. It needs to have that flip, man. Sick and tired. We waited till it got there. It wicked us in, pulled up. I saw about 32 pips, 33 pips. And then it re-broke the low just. How right were we about this fucking level? I was so I told you I'm gonna go heavier on this position. We gotta break even. No one's calling levels out. Like, no one is fucking doing it in the industry. No one. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a damn. No one's calling levels out. Like, look at this. Perfect.
I'm still in there. I'm still in there. Push, push, push.
Good luck, bro.
Appreciate you. Good call.
No one is doing this, but the way we got there, honestly, from all of this fuckery, right? The way we got there, it just, you want that, you want that tap and you want that drive. You don't want it to mess around. You want that quick tap and a push. Damn near 100 pips. Yeah. So I had a great call. Agree only because broke has delayed when we stops to break even. Yeah. We would not. Here's the deal. If this candle didn't exist, right? If this candle didn't print here, the way I see this, right? We already closed with no bottom wick. We technically should have made that bottom wick there and pushed up. It's not often it's going to give you this closure. The celery play down to push up. So I figured we will see a reaction, right? I said my buy limits are going to be still going to be active here because I figured no matter what, there's going to be a reaction here, even off a celery play. But if we see that reaction and then we come up and then we re-break the low, I'm going to get out because then I'm going to take the celery play seriously after that initial reaction. We saw the reaction off our level. And on the re-break, I'm thinking to myself, all right, top wick here, orders grab, then yeah, celery play can just come down and fill this wick to the left. We gave it that initial tap. A lot of times it does. A lot of times it'll tap, come back up, and the re-break will carry it down. But on these positions, man, if it just got to print right for me to hold it longer. And if this candle wasn't there, no matter what happens here, I'm holding this candle till at least a flip, right? If this candle doesn't exist, I don't care what kind of fuckery happens over here. Because this candle gives me confidence that we should now push up. Once this prints, it tells me there's range, right? So with momentum, we can fill that range and continue down here. But, man, the understanding of levels here is just beyond next level. And what the market should do. So a lot of you 8, while Wix 9 got a break even. Congratulations, everybody. We'll add that to the... I made 1 pip. We'll add that another one to the break-even column. Man, this is such a W stream in terms of patience, in terms of position, in terms of explaining it and why we're doing things and what we're doing and for what reason and how it works and what we're looking for and stops and targets and partials, everything working to the T. We just overmanaged. Stops too soon. Happens. Congrats to everybody that caught the W. Kind of annoyed. Kind of annoyed. All right, gang, I'm going to call it a session here. Please drop a like, sub to the channel. Please, if you're enjoying the value, if you got a W on there, if you see the value in what we're doing and you can kind of apply it to yourself, figure it out, and drop a like, sub to the channel. And no one is doing it like this. No one is calling these levels like that. No one is giving you 0 drawdown trade. So, come on. I heard somewhere real recognize real. Look at that. Right to our targets and back down we go. I love trading. I love trading. Anyway, gang, I'm gonna be live tomorrow morning. I might still look for positions here for the signal channel, but you know, I doubt we're gonna set up with volume anytime before 2 a.m. So if we do, I'll obviously call it in the signal channel. If we don't, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm planning to start stream a little earlier, just like we did today. So probably at around 8:15, 8:30 the latest, we'll be starting our New York session. And that's 12 hours from now, right? And 24 hours from now. I'm sorry, that's 8 hours from now. And another 20 hours from now, we'll be running tomorrow's Asian session. Okay, so I'm going to call it here. Zoom gang, congrats to anybody that got the dubs. If you got a break even, yeah, to me too. It's all right. I'm going to finish. The next one we'll drive. But we got these levels on lock. We got the market on lock. So only up from here. But please drop a like and sub to the channel, and please share the stream. Help me grow this community. Share everything that you're doing, your profits. Go join our Discord. Go get your top 1 futures accounts. Use code WIX, massive discount, 50% off. And yeah, go get the bundle and join our private community so you can get all the signals outside of the stream. All right? Chat, let's call it. Zoom gang, see you tomorrow. Signals, see you in the signal channel. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. As always, chat, love, wisdom to you all. I appreciate every single one of you and all the real ones that rock with me day in, day out, night in, night out, all through the evening, through the 5-hour streams twice a day. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. All right, gang. I'm out. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Have a good night, everybody. Get some rest. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Later.